All right, welcome, kings and queens. Today we are talking how to get away with murder because that is exactly what the Cabo 6 did.
Federal prosecutors will not bring charges in the death of Shanquella Robinson. That announcement coming just minutes after federal authorities met with Robinson's family at the Charlotte FBI headquarters. In a statement from the U.S. Attorney and the FBI, the Fed said there was not enough evidence to bring charges. Robinson died in October last year while on a trip to Mexico with friends. WBTV reporter Brandon Hamilton is at FBI headquarters. You just heard from him minutes ago. He will be at a news conference with Robinson's family set to start at 1:30 this afternoon.
U.S. U.S. officials, specifically the Mecklenburg County Medical Examiner's autopsy revealed no spinal cord injury and listed Shanquella's cause of death as undetermined.
They got away with murder. I've said it before. I'll say it today now that it has been confirmed. The Cabo 6 will not be prosecuted, nor will charges be brought against them in the murder case. The U.S. has no intention of prosecuting the Shanquella Robinson case. Basically, this girl died in vain. This is absolutely ridiculous. If this is your first time to this page, please check out my playlist. If you've been here before, please check out my playlist. I shared, unfortunately, I think one of the videos is called Bad News. And I share it that based on some connections that I have with the FBI and based on their response to my inquiries regarding Shanquella Robinson, I did not feel comfortable nor confident that the U.S. government and the Mexican government would be pursuing this case. Sue Ann Robinson gave me an exclusive one-on-one interview. She confirmed that the case had not even been taken serious by the U.S. government. Today, it has been announced that U.S. prosecutors will not bring charges in the murder case of Shanquella Robinson. How in the hell do you feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? I mean, listen, I'm not speechless. I'm not shocked. I am not surprised. But I want to know how you're feeling now that they have formally announced they have no intention, nor do they have any interest that this black woman was brutally murdered. I went over the autopsy. Not all of it, right? Because I didn't need to review all of it. But the points that I needed to drive home, I drove home. And I share with you that based on the autopsy report, this girl died a very violent death. She had defense wounds, like you're raising your hands. They did some horrible things to her. Her injuries did not line up with what we saw on that video. They were more extensive than that. And yet, they get to walk away scot-free. Many videos ago, I shared that there was a level of cartel involvement. Based on some information I got, I gave you the kingpin list. I also told you about the relationship that the villa owner, y'all, there's no villa owner. There are villa owners with an S, okay? I think 3 to 4, and it ties back to the United States of America. Pause on that. And you say, well, why do we need to pause on that? Because, baby, if it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. And you better, if you want to know why this case is not being pursued, follow the money trail. I did a money trail video. It all leads back to the United States of America. And the United States of America do not want to get their hands dirty because that would mean they would risk exposing bigger operations from Mexico that are tied to the United States by way of that villa. Everybody wants this to go away, even if it means that Shanquella lost her life in vain. They don't give a damn about Shanquella and never have. And that's why all of them the powers that be turned a blind eye to her murder. Because what we not gonna do, that's basically what they're saying, is put our shit on the line to get justice for this black woman. That's what they not gonna do. So when I told you, and I'm pissed off, when I said they were not going to pursue this based on what I could see coming, I meant that with every fiber of my being, not to be disrespectful, but so that we would keep our foots on their necks. And a lot of you said, no, it takes time. No, it don't take that much time, baby. It really don't. You saw what they did with the Iowa, when with the Iowa murders, when those kids were murdered. They call those parents every single day. Every single day, the FBI was on the phone. Are you okay? Are you good? One of the fathers shared that there were times he needed to step back because it had become so much for him that the FBI was so worried they sent a law enforcement team to do a welfare check. Okay? So they get on what they want to get on. They prioritize what they want to prioritize. So what am I saying? You should be pissed the hell off. You should be pissed the hell off that they pick and choose bodies that they want to give value to by way of justice. And guess what? They skipped over Shanquella's body. And there's a lot of reason for it. The primary reason is because it's all about the money. And they're not going to corrupt. They're not going to reveal or risk exposing what the hell they got going on with Mexico. So therefore, we're going to turn our heads. We're going to close our blinds and act like this shit didn't happen because we have other things to do. That's basically what they are saying. I'm just putting it out there directly right in front of you. I am not holding back today. I am not coming in peace because she did not die in peace. And those of you that are sitting and harboring those fugitives, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, right? The fact that you are harboring and you harbored fugitives. You let them come home. You hid them. They knew they were going to get away with it. There's too many ties from Elise Hyatt's family, deep ties in the justice system, all the way up to the government. But let me tell you something. Same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. Baby, can't no right come from doing wrong. So Cabo 6, it may look like you got away with it, but you didn't. You didn't. That's all I got to say about that. This is a sad day. This is like my heart breaks for this family. My heart breaks for Shanquella. Nobody was there to help her at that villa. You see what I'm saying? But I'm so proud of y'all that kept this going. I'm so proud of the other people, the other content creators, even when the mass media and the general public let it go. For those of you that stayed on it, thank you. For those of you that continue to tune in, thank you. Because this is what we have to do for each other. But the decision has been made, right? It's above us now. And let me just give you a piece of what they said. All right, so this is considered breaking news. Whew, I'm still pausing. How to fucking get away with murder. Because that's what they did. And they planned that shit and they knew it, y'all. And if you think they took their black ass over there and this just happened as a coincidence of something going bad, then please don't be foolish. Please log out now. They planned this shit and they had help. The Mexican government says there's audio. I'm sorry if I'm being a little provocative. But the Mexican government shared there's audio evidence of them talking about this. This started in June. There's audio trails, okay, of them talking about this before they got to Mexico. That means pre-Mexico, not while they were on the plane, and then after they left Mexico. Y'all, they had help. I mean, you can't even do something like that in the U.S. and get away with it. Imagine 6 black folks going to Mexico. And you think that they're that savvy without help? And they were able to just walk away like that? That's not how this works. No. Whatever it is, Nazir said it is way deeper than we think. And I believe you. Always have, because none of this made sense. That anybody could walk out of a foreign country, let alone the United States of America, and step over a dead body. And the injuries do not align up with the story that you're telling. From an extra person being in the resort, right? Somebody letting them in, him approaching the concierge, talking about who are you? The concierge scared to ask him back, who are you? Oh yeah, this is way deeper than we think. And the man said Shanquella never came out the room, ever, until dinner time. So something went down. But let me stay on track and let me read to you this breaking news of what's going on. I'm sorry to have rambled. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me get back on track. All right. It says breaking news. Shanquella Robinson, U.S. prosecutors will not bring charges in murder case. Shanquella Robinson died in October 2022 during a trip with friends to Mexico. Federal prosecutors will not file criminal charges in the death of Shanquella Robinson, they announced in a statement on Wednesday. Robinson, 25, died on October 29th, 2022, while on a trip with friends, not friends, honey, foes. She was lured on a trip. We should have said that. Previous coverage. Months later, the push for answers around Shanquella Robinson's death continues. Questions about the Charlotte native's death emerged soon after and only intensified after a video surfaced showing Robinson visibly drunk. Oh my God. Okay. Is that what we're doing? You see, okay, we're victim shaming. Okay, let me get back on track. Surface showing Robinson visibly drunk involved in a fight where she was violently beaten. Soon after that video emerged, Mexican officials said Robinson died of a cracked spine and later brought charges against one of her friends. The United States has not extradited the person charged in Robinson's death. In their statement announcing no U.S. charges, United States Attorney Dina King and the FBI said there was not enough evidence of wrongdoing to issue criminal charges in this case. If that ain't some bullshit, I don't know what is. There was not enough evidence in wrongdoing. Y'all, if you think your life matter, you a damn fool. Now you know somebody can take your life in a foreign country called Mexico and come back home to the good old US of A, and they can declare that there is not enough evidence to issue criminal charges in this case. And then they shared this. Based on the results of the autopsy and after a careful deliberation and review of the investigative materials by both U.S. attorneys' offices, federal prosecutors informed Ms. Robinson's family today that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution. Robinson's family met with King and investigators from the FBI late Wednesday morning. The family is expected to hold a press conference Wednesday afternoon. The meeting comes weeks after Robinson's family sent a letter to the White House demanding action. Robinson's case was addressed by White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre days later. Y'all, that is sad, 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 sad. Listen, can I say something? Wow. The way they prioritize these cases, them people don't have time for us. What they did is they pushed that shit to the side of their desk. They got certified, notarized. They put a big stamp, whatever, certified seal, and closed that shit out. Now, what does this mean? It means a lot. I hope you are watching. I hope you're taking in everything and that you see the writing on the wall. That's the first thing. The second thing, I hope you really start to vet your friends a bit more closely. Don't take your ass to Mexico with no shady ass motherfuckers that may not like you. Don't take your ass to no Airbnbs. Don't take your ass nowhere with nobody that you don't trust, that you don't feel comfortable with. I don't give a damn who's all going. Your no needs to mean no. Because people will set you up to knock you down. and they'll corroborate a story and go against you just to get away with it. You better believe hate is real. People hate you because of your energy. People don't like you because of the love that you receive. People will hate you because of your work ethic. People will hate you for shit. People will hate you just for having a house. People will hate you for being pretty, being successful. People will hate you for being in shape, being well articulated. I can go on and on and on. So that's two things you need to know. Number one, vet your friends. Pick your friends like you pick your fruit. And when you pick your fruit, you pick it very carefully, right? Because you need to know this is how they treat us. This is what happens. It's not their problem. There is not enough substantial evidence. The girl is gone. It was on video. What else do you need? Shanquella, may you rest in peace. And I'm sorry that the good old US of A did not deem you worthy enough to fight for justice on your behalf.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature.